That only would have taken you 10 seconds to Google. Enjoy, stupid.
WEMF. And we are back. Ladies and gentlemen, it's 7 p.m. on Wednesday, so it's time for Attention Deficit. This is episode 75 of the show. This is our third time back here at our new home, WEMF, in Brighton. I'm here with my co-host, Joe Buckley, as always.
Yes, sir.
Today we have on the show, very funny man, fellow comedian, Brandon Vallee.
Yeah, hello.
What's up, man? Thank you for being here.
Hey, no problem.
Right off the bat, I just want to let everyone know that in a couple hours, 2 hours time, Brandon will be hosting a show called Comedy Good Job over at Common Ground in Alston. It's going to be great. He's a great host, a very funny comedian. So if you have time, if you're going to be around, if you're in the area, go and check that out. Common Ground in Alston at 9 p.m.
I'll kiss you on the cheek if you come from the show.
There you go. You heard it. You heard it here, people. What is that? Is that a free show or?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, it
very
is.
cool.
Yeah.
Who else is on the show that you're hosting?
I think is John Staley, Sarah Francis, Sean Egan, Ryan Shea, and then I'm not sure.
So it's a good fucking time.
Yeah, some more people. There'll be some more.
Nice.
Maybe a couple lottery spots. Who knows what will happen? Anything can happen.
There you go.
Yeah.
Great. Well, yeah, dude. Again, thanks again for being here, man. You're our first guest here since we've been at EMF.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Where were you guys before?
We were.
You're welcome.
Yeah. Yo, no. We're in Joe's home office. Very.
Oh, nice. You're
yeah.
solo podding.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, now you're corporate pod. You're in big pod. now.
We got exactly. We're part
slave
of,
to the grave, baby.
They lured us away.
All right.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. This is great. We're happy to have you here. I asked around about you. I heard nothing but good things. People said that you were A, very funny, and B, a straight up good dude.
Aw, thank you so much.
No, I'm dead. Hey, you don't have to thank me.
Who did you name names?
I would, but I don't want to start any problems.
Yeah, it's fine. I want people saying nice things about me.
Right. No, I know a few different people though.
That's fine. You can tell me after. Tell me off air.
I honestly can't even think on hand right now. I was like, why? You know what it was? It fascinated me about you is you have like a political correctness pass that I really envy. Like you're obviously you're a good dude. You seem to be a good-hearted guy, but you can say some things that a lot of people wouldn't get away with, like jokes that you make, you know what I mean?
Yeah, well, it's about like
I'm talking specifically on like Facebook and stuff like that.
Oh yeah, totally.
You can
So you know this about yourself?
Oh, absolutely.
I almost want to say I almost want to say you have like a troll permit. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like, you can throw grenades and people do laugh and enjoy it, And I was like I got to meet this kid. He's like honestly, I envy that so much.
I think it's about like being, I don't know. People have said to me from my stand-up that they like because I say fucked up shit in like a warm, like nice way. So I get away with it. But
right.
On the internet, I don't know. You can say anything, just have like tact and like be funny.
Right.
Like, don't say something bad just for the sake of saying something bad. Say something bad because it's funny.
Right.
Like, you know.
But I don't know, man. But you something something about you, man. You're warm enough, or just funny enough that people love it, and it cracks everyone up, But I just sometimes I'm like, if I had said that same thing.
Jealous much?
What's that?
Jealous much?
Honestly, I can't. I don't know.
Like I need to meet this kid so I can say to face to face that I'm going to strangle him.
I can't.
I like this. It's a fluff piece. I thought this was a trap. This is a trap podcast. I don't know.
I just can't wipe my ass without someone like critiquing me about like, no, you're doing that wrong. This is why you're an idiot. I don't know.
You gotta get long hair and a piercing, and then you're an old guy.
There you go.
And soften your look.
Yeah. No, you just look like a fucking white person right now. Like it's a problem. No, everyone's looking at you. They're like, that guy is up to some shit.
I do make that joke that there's something about my face. Like I look like I was the president of a fraternity in college, man. I really do.
The evil white guy face. You gotta do something.
You don't look like the president of fraternity.
Something.
You look like the guy who was in the fraternity for like 8 years.
For 7 years, yeah, absolutely. No, I don't know, dude. I used to be I used to be like a fat, like goofy guy, you know. I don't know, like I got away with a lot of shit back in my day.
Just a fat guy.
Like I'm just an ass. I'm just a fat asshole.
I was going to say now you're a chubby.
But people are like in high school I was voted most comical for senior superlatives. You know?
Oh, nice.
And like, but
do
now
they do those anymore?
people, I have no idea.
I wouldn't think in this age they would.
They can, yeah.
You know,
But
make everyone else feel bad for not being the best.
Right.
I don't think-
everybody's most likely to succeed.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Well,
Except none of us.
We all know that's not true.
Yeah. Yeah.
To stay on this though, my nephew was like, he went to invite like a bunch of, like, a kid's birthday. You know, he had like invitations to hand out to his classmates.
Right.
So invite him to a birthday party he was having. And then his teacher had to tell him that he couldn't hand out the invitations because he couldn't.
Some kids would feel left out. Right.
He had to invite everybody in the class. And then it's my cousin. I call him my nephew, but like we're close.
Right.
She was like, I can't afford to have a whole class of kids at like whatever the like venue they were going to. Right. She was like, so what? He can't have a birthday party? This is ridiculous.
Right.
Some of these kids that like some of your friends that you have when you're little, you only have them in school. Like the only time you see them is like school.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, you know, it's so she was like, well, this is ridiculous. It was like this big thing. And I was pissed. I'm like, no, some kids just don't get invited to birthday parties. That's how it works.
Right.
You know?
Yeah. You can't all get invited to a birthday party.
Right.
How old are you, Brendan?
I'm 29.
Okay, all right. So
sliding into 30.
So am I. I just turned 29, and so I can say when we were in grade school, that didn't happen. There were plenty of.
Oh yeah.
It's just like, yeah, we're not that great of friends. So
yeah, it's like, oh yeah, well, Dave didn't invite me, so well, fuck Dave. Move on with my life. Like, now I know that Dave sucks, and we're not friends. So, but whatever.
Shout out to
roll
Dave.
Roll off the back. You know?
Right.
Yeah.
You fucking.
I feel like Dave's a real kid. That's a very specific.
That was a
jab. Well,
that was a jab at somebody. Make no mistake about it.
Well, it's Dave Robinson. He's my age. It was last year,
You
and
went to high
I'm
school with David
upset.
Robinson?
No, it just happened this last year. They didn't invite me to his birthday party.
Damn.
I'm hurt about
his
it.
28th birthday, huh?
Yeah, piece of shit.
What
I thought
a
you were gonna
douche.
be
What
like-
can you do?
Remember, they did like Valentine's Day cards that you had to hand out to people in school.
That you had to give to everyone.
But that was such a nerve-wracking thing.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. No. Well, you gave one to every girl, but when you got to the desk of the girl that you actually you had a crush on,
panicked a bit.
Yeah. I just wanted to see it for you.
You give her your favorite one, the special one.
Right. Yeah. The hey, sit on my face.
You give her the Ken Griffey
We're in third
Jr.
grade.
like
Yeah,
Ken Griffey
yeah.
Jr. Valentine. If you had I always had like the baseball ones, but you'd be like, I'm giving her
Like,
Movon.
yeah, the height of eroticism, as you know it, is like gifting a precious picture of
Yes.
Movon like to a woman.
She gets the
like,
Cal.
yeah.
She gets the Cal Ripken.
with his
I'm gonna give her the Cal Ripken.
with his steroid bicep flex, like yeah.
Give her one of the Yankees.
She's gonna get it.
Yeah, get rid of this one. Yeah.
That's funny.
I
Never
never.
to be judgmental at an early age.
Did you ever make your own Valentine for someone?
Oh, absolutely.
it.
You did?
Absolutely.
I don't think I ever did.
I don't think I did.
Okay,
No.
we well, not that I just did it of my own accord, but we did it like for a project,
Oh, maybe. Okay, I feel
sure.
like I have, yeah.
For
But
sure.
maybe like for my mom, I think,
Okay.
or something like that. Like a heart with like, lace around the
Right.
sides.
Oh,
kinda
definitely
thing,
I did one of those. Yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely I did one of those.
You always remember making like cards when you were little, like with
Yeah.
the crayon
Yeah.
and the happy birthday. I made you this card, and
Or,
You know why
or
they
like
do that,
coupons. What was that?
Tell us.
Well, because they're just preparing you for all the work that love is.
Oh, yeah.
That's the super producer Spo jumping in with the
That was a 3 from outside.
from downtown. Love it.
Also, the coupons. Coupons for like chores. It's like, this is
I know
good
what
for
you're
me to like suck your dick later or something like that.
No shit.
Or like
huh?
a wash of dishes.
Okay, the IOU
Yeah, those
Valentine
things.
Wow.
No one
Wow.
ever cashed those in though. I
Right.
feel like parents,
Right.
if you're a parent and
Now-
you cash that in, I feel like you're probably kind of a dick.
True, I agree.
Yeah.
You're probably definitely a dick.
Like imagine
Right,
your parent like
you
coming
gotta-
up to you and like throwing that in your hand.
You gotta
and
do
it's
the
like,
dishes
time's
now.
up, motherfucker. Like,
Right.
I'm cashing in.
Thanksgiving dinner.
Yeah.
Hey, wait a second. I was
Yeah.
saving the.
Oh, that's hilarious. Oh my! One time, this is fucking great. I got to tell you guys this story. A friend of ours, a mutual friend of ours from Brockton. This kid is hands down one of the funniest people I've ever met. It's a sin that he's not doing stand up. And he's just a great storyteller, you know. And he told me this story one time about his father, who was a fucking living legend, by the way. Okay, this guy is an absolute maniac, right? He owned a landscaping company, right? This is a side note. I'm getting distracted before we get to the real story. This guy owned a landscaping company, right? And one day my buddy calls him up. And he's like, Dad, he's like, I need you to do this and this for me. And he's like, Brian, fuck. He's like, you know, Brian, I got all this fucking paperwork to do. I can't do any of that bullshit. And my buddy, without missing a beat, he's like, Dad, you mow the lawns at the post office. What fucking paperwork do you have to do? And then on the other end of the phone, you just hear the dude just going ballistic. He would do it's hilarious. This guy was a maniac. He's fucking a riot. And so I wasn't there for this one.
Tell the story.
Right, and I'm going to. I was not there. I was there for the first one. I was not there for this story.
Okay.
This was relayed to me. Okay,
right.
It's my best friend, his brother, and their father at home. Okay, they had a dog named Ollie. And he was a long-haired dog, so he used to get the, you know, dingleberries around his asshole, you know? And so they used to have to either wash him or cut him out, right? And and so one day my buddy and his brother, very competitive people with each other, right? And so one day the father walks in the living room. He's like, "Hey, you two, pick a number." Right? and so my buddy picks a number, right? And he's like, okay. And then his brother, he goes to the brother. He picks a number. He's like 7. He's like, yep, you got it. And he's like, yeah, that's right. Fuck you, Brian. Blah, blah, blah. And then the father cuts him off. He goes, congratulations, Sean. You get to cut the shit out of all these ass hair. And fuck it would do this. I don't know. When I was 15, that was the best story I've ever heard in my entire life. You know, I was fucking crying. But I loved it. That kid called in the very first time I ever went on EMF. I was on the Charles Rivers show way back in the day, and the kid I'm talking about called in because he's, you know, I hadn't spoke to him in years. First time I talked to him in a long time was on the phone on the radio.
Yeah, nice, you know,
calling. I don't know. I'm just reminiscing here. He's a great friend of mine.
I love him. My third time.
Shut up.
EMF show. This is nice though because it's like just 2 people. The other times
it was crazy.
12.
It's like
it was crazy.
Yeah, like on Charles' show and Tommy's show I've been on. It's like fucking 8 people in here. And like, I can't.
Yeah, no, dude. Yeah, we want to get you in here, and shoot the shit with you. You know.
I love those guys, but you know, fuck.
Oh no, that's how. That's hilarious, by the way. No, but Tommy and Kenny are great friends of mine. You know.
Oh yeah, Kenny's on the show tonight too. Kenny's also on the show tonight. Yeah.
Fuck yeah, dude. I love that guy.
Very forgettable.
Love it. Love it.
Like, oh yeah.
Oh,
Kenny.
Yeah, right when I was saying fuck those guys, I remember thinking he's also on the show tonight.
All right. Kenny Capozzi.
Yeah.
Fuck that guy. That's hilarious.
Right,
so what I don't know what's new with you, dude. Let's talk some comedy shit or whatever shit you want to talk.
What do I want to talk about? Gosh, I don't know. I was thinking about.
I hate to put you on the spot weirdly like that, by the way.
Well, no. But wait, what the fuck was I gonna say? Oh yeah, I was gonna talk about. Can we talk about grave robbing?
Yeah, let's do it. Let's do it.
I was thinking about that like all day.
You just get
today.
into this?
Well, like I went to Mount Auburn Cemetery a couple weeks ago. Well, like 2 months ago, right? Have you been there before?
No.
It's beautiful. It's
really?
amazing. It's absolutely amazing.
Are you a cemetery goer?
Not too often, but like I'm into it. Like I'm into spooky stuff.
Really?
I'm a spooky guy.
Okay, see,
Yeah.
I won't go and see a scary movie unless I know for a fact I'm going to walk into the theater and out of the theater in broad daylight.
Oh, damn. All right. Well, perfect time to plug. I have a horror movie podcast called Dead Last Podcast. Everyone should listen to.
Get the fuck out of here.
Horror movies, you should listen to that.
I didn't know you... Dude, I would have plugged that up front. I didn't know you had a show.
Oh, it's all good, man.
That's dope, dude.
No
all right,
too
cool.
often. That's fun. It's super
Okay,
fun.
so go on. You were robbing a grave.
Well, I was checking all of the crypts because they have so many crypts there, and like the locks are so old.
What do you mean a crypt? What is that?
Like a tomb?
Is that what we call it? Like a mausoleum? Is that what you call it? Like,
yeah,
or
yeah.
It's like the tiny little house with an iron door.
The crypt keeper.
Yeah, sure.
Okay, all right, that makes a lot of sense.
And then I was trying to like shake the doors. They all look like they could like break. Because I don't know.
When you shake them, can you help yourself and go like, ooh?
Yeah.
You are out of your mind.
Well,
you really are. That's hilarious.
Because I want to see what kind of stuff they got in there. Like, we're dead. People are dead, right? And they have all this money that if you can afford to have a mausoleum or a fucking crypt, you know there's some good shit in there.
True.
And they don't need it. And we're all poor.
Okay.
Yeah.
Like, we should just be able to...
Listen.
We should pass a law to be able to rob graves. Like, or at least, like, for certain, like, last names like Smith. Like if someone's named Smith,
there are too many of you. Yeah,
if someone's named Smith, they probably own fucking slaves or something like that. Like they deserve this shit. Like they're rich. Like
now,
I don't know.
Yeah, dude. If you're burying jewelry and stuff with your loved ones, fuck yourself.
Yeah, fuck off.
You're right. Seriously, you know
I'm dying over here.
Right.
Like,
you gotta be anyone who's I feel like, well, maybe not. I mean, because I guess if you're a 1%er, you only have to make $250,000 a year. You know, so I was gonna say anyone who's a 1%er, I would say should have to give that up at death, but not if you only make $250. That's not crazy money, you know.
Yeah, I mean
but people like I think we were talking about this. Bill and Melinda Gates type people, like people who are like giving everything away before they go. You know,
if you're a philanthropist, you get your grave robbed. How about that?
Why? No, why? It should be the total opposite.
No, because you have a lot of money if you're a philanthropist.
Yeah, but they'll give it all away beforehand.
That's what I'm saying. If Bill Gates is giving away 99.99% of his money before he dies,
and also you're not robbing.
What are you gonna? You think he's gonna be buried with gold, Bill Gates?
Why would he be buried with gold?
That's what I'm saying. So why would you rob his grave?
I don't know.
All right then.
I'm just saying. I was trying to do a cutoff.
Yeah.
I was trying to do a cutoff. Philanthropy or something. Yeah. You know what? I'm not a fan of Bill Gates.
I don't think you know what that word means.
Huh?
I'm just fucking.
I know it.
Did you hear what he said though?
Yeah, I heard
Did you hear the joke?
Yeah, I did. I hit it.
He's an Apple guy. That's fucking hysterical.
It is funny.
Thank you so much. I do comedy.
I host shows sometimes. Oh man. Now, well, how the fuck did
So, is this a hobby of yours that you just go to these? Do you try to go to old graveyards? Or
I just kind of got into it. Well, I went there and I'm like, these could open real easy. Like, I feel like if I looked up just how to open like really old locks from like the 40s or something like that, like I could get right in there. I could because they're really old. And I just want to see what's in there. Let's like take some bones or something, or like
you would take a human bone.
I would take a skull. Oh, totally would.
Damn, dude.
Now wait, so are you hoping there's something in the mausoleum? That's what it's called, right?
Yeah, but
are you hoping there's something in there, or like you like literally want to open
something made of gold?
Either way, I just want to see. Just kind of morbid curiosity.
Yeah. Okay. Say you open the crypt. Okay. You get in there and there's a bunch of like jewelry and shit. You're like, sweet, payday. Mm-hmm. Do you then go, I want to see these bones though?
100%. I like if I can. Like it's not going to take a lot of time away from it.
You are already inside.
But I'm already in there.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Like when am I going to get this opportunity again?
You know.
Hey, you never. You never know.
I'd be nervous that I'd like develop a thirst for this.
Yeah,
once you did it once, you'd be like,
it's quite a rush.
It's good.
A
huge rush.
Serial grave robbing.
It could turn into like a sexual thrill. Too,
oh boy! Now we're going down a road. Oh boy!
That could be fun. That's cool.
That could be fun.
How far do I want to take this?
Oh man!
I got the skull. I'm gonna bring it home.
They find Brandon fucking dead in a mausoleum with his pants around his ankles and a human femur up his ass. Damn it!
Yeah.
What happened here?
Because that's all you can do. You can only put the bones in your ass. Like, you can't fuck a skeleton.
True.
You like shove a fleshlight in his mouth or something like that.
Wow. See,
you've thought this through.
You're getting creative, man.
Well, fleshlight, you can fuck anything in the world with a fleshlight. You could just like fuck dirt. If you want, you can fuck a pile of dirt.
Would that be interesting?
Yeah.
Just bury one pussy
Maybe
up?
grave dirt. I don't know.
You could go ahead and look it up. I guarantee people are doing it right now.
Oh god, yeah. God, yeah.
How many morons? Well, not morons. How many people do you think like lay down a towel at the beach, have a hole in it, put a fleshlight, stick it in the sand, and then just lay on their stomach?
Hell yeah!
And they're like people walking by them on the beach, and they're like, "Hey, how's it going?" And
the sand's already nice and warm.
Yeah, and they're banging a fleshlight as they talk to people going by.
You're 100% right.
Yeah, no, seriously.
How many people do take it one step further and they're like, "Hey, can you rub some lotion on my back?"
Oh man, imagine.
Yeah,
Jesus.
Hey, you just sprung like a series of sexual assaults on fucking Wollaston Beach.
Well,
Jesus Christ.
Sexual assault on who? If all you're doing is say, all right, like huge hypothetical, because I don't think I'd ever like just a stranger be like, yeah, sure, I'll get your back for you. Like that would never happen.
True.
But if that
especially
person
if it's my back
was yeah, well, you have to like shave it first. So
it's waxed, baby.
Is it really?
It was a joke. Yeah, it is. It really is.
You did not wax your back.
I swear to God, I did.
Who did that?
Yeah, a salon. What do you mean?
You went to a salon and got your back waxed.
I had to, dude. What do you mean?
For what?
You don't have to wax your back at all.
Yeah.
No, I don't know. I had a lady recently, B, that I was, I was like,
she didn't like the back hair, or are you just insecure?
I'm very insecure about it.
Okay, fair enough.
I'm not a wicked skinny guy, but I'm not so fat that I won't take my shirt off. Yeah. I won't take my shirt off because of the hair.
Yeah.
That's my thing. You know, like I don't mind, like I don't have a huge gut or anything that's so embarrassing, but like my like hairiness is like it's just off-putting, dude.
So I gotta ask you this:
it's very weird. Okay, go ahead.
how often have you done it? And
First time I ever got waxed, honest to God.
Okay.
And it was only because the lady who's been cutting my hair for years, she always makes a comment about how hairy my back is, and I finally said, I was like, she owns a salon right next to the barbershop, and she only
Can you help me out?
She only works in the barbershop, right? And I asked her one day, I'm like, how come you own the salon, right? She's like, yeah. I'm like, how come you don't work in there? She's like, I don't want to deal with those bitches. And it was hilarious. But so I asked her, you know, this Puerto Rican lady cuts my hair, always makes a comment about how hairy my back is, and I'm like, so do you guys, you know, do you wax or anything like that? And she's like, wax what? And I was like, no, my back, like no weird shit. I just want my back waxed. She's like, yeah, hook it up. Paid $40.
Do you think
That's not bad.
Done deal, right?
Do you think she was?
Right.
Is it still? How long ago? Was
It's peach fuzzy right now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you have this complex about your back hair before
my
you started
entire-
talking to her?
Oh, God,
She
yeah.
didn't give this to you
This
by
is-
trying to get some money out of by making you insecure?
Not at all. Not
Okay.
at all. No. She was very cool about it. Still is very cool. But yeah, no. This has been something. I feel like this has held up potential relationships I could have had.
Really?
I swear to God, dude.
Damn,
I swear,
man.
Dude, it's fucked.
I don't think a lot
It's
of people
fucked.
would really care.
A
To be
lot-
honest
a
with
lot
you.
of girls-
You know, I can't tell you to not be insecure about it, but
Right.
you know,
I
I mean,
wish-
you're gonna do what you're gonna do.
I wish you could.
But
I wish you could.
yeah, man.
No,
I don't
but
know. That shit sucks.
I've had girls in the
Yeah.
past be like, I kind of almost like it, even. You know, like. You know
But
what I
you're
mean?
still like, no, I'm a freak.
Right? Yeah. I'm like.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm
Great, man. Add some masculinity.
I mean,
wolf man.
I've been told it's toxic lately, though.
Yeah.
You know, so I'm worried.
I don't like it. Mine's leaving. I'm bald and hard.
Yeah?
I'm starting to look like a fucking pedophile.
That's
Wicked
not.
bad.
No, dude. Come
Oh no.
on.
Well, I can get dude.
No.
Wait.
You know who?
I'm a fucking.
Dude, whatever, man. You gotta own it. You gotta own it.
Oh no, I don't mind, but
Good.
I just wear hats.
You shouldn't.
but,
Yeah.
You shouldn't. The
I am looking more and more like a pedophile or a necromancer.
I don't agree, dude. I think you look like you're the front man to like a fucking badass like alt rock group.
Yeah, like
That's-
fucking 20 years ago, we had like one hit. Now I have fucking AIDS and I date a high schooler.
Oh, you know what? Speaking of AIDS, let's read some.
Speaking of AIDS,
I want to read a tweet from
fan mail?
from Brandon Vallee. No, I got some tweets of yours that
I'll tweet. I don't tweet really.
I find
Or
hilarious. No,
Facebook.
this is old though. This is old stuff.
Oh man,
But,
I don't even remember the last time I ever tweeted anything.
This is from. Here we go. This is from April 5th, 2016. Okay.
Jesus.
Jesus Christ.
My doctor is so old. He keeps saying you got grid, and I'm like, yo. It's 2016, dog. I got AIDS. What
funny.
a bigot.
I remember that.
No, but the end is what a bigot. You know, that's fucking dude. That's hilarious. And then let's see. Okay, I want to at least take a bite of cooked human meat before I die.
Oh
Okay.
damn! I was doing good
Do you-
on
do you
Twitter. I
stand
guess
by
for a
that?
second,
Dude,
I totally
we just
would.
talked about Grave Robber. Of course,
I hate Twitter, man. I don't do it. I tried for a second because everyone kept telling me I should, but I don't like it.
You would be so. You only tweeted fucking 35 times, and
Yeah.
15 of them are gold. You gotta get, dude. You gotta get back. You gotta
I
get
was like
back. dude.
Facebook. And my audience.
You're good with those
Like-
those standalone type statements that really are much better in text than they ever would be spoken.
Yeah.
You know, you're very
Thank
good
you.
at that. You know what I mean?
Thank
It
you.
cracks me the fuck up, dude.
Yeah, I don't know. Twitter. I just don't like the universe of Twitter.
The Twitter the Twitter sphere.
Yeah, the
Right,
Twitter sphere.
right,
I don't
right.
like it. I think it's been bad. I think it was the worst thing that ever happened to stand-up comedy is Twitter.
I would say second only to Vine. You know what I mean?
Yeah, well, that's
I-
fine because Vine died, so now
Yeah,
all
it's
these
done,
fucking
right?
True.
Vine stars are just like, well,
No,
I can't
but-
pour a milkshake on my head on fucking stage, so I don't know what to do.
That
You
is-
know,
that is
so
very true.
like, yeah, so they're fucking dead in the water. I don't give a shit about that.
Right.
At least now,
Right.
You know, but I
Yeah.
don't know. Twitter made the idea of like comedy about like more about being right than being fucking funny. You know,
Sure.
Like
Yeah.
people want to be the smartest person in the room. Instead
Yeah.
of like being the funniest person in the room
Okay, well,
in comedy,
I thought.
like,
Okay.
I'm like fuck.
I thought you
I don't know.
when you said right. I thought you meant like politically.
Oh no, just get well,
because that has been a big thing.
well,
about-
just
you know what I mean?
just right in general. Just more people thinking on your side for what you are saying.
Sure.
You know what I mean?
Sure. Which
'Cause right, of course, is
that-
objective.
that
you
is
know?
that
Yeah.
that almost is political correctness now because
Sure, yeah.
the court of public opinion does rule. And that is like inherently people. I don't know. People think the word politics has only like to do with like American politics, but then there's also like the social politic, which has become more important on like arguably.
Yeah, people confuse that with comedy though. They conflate it with each other, and
that's what I thought. That's what I thought you were getting at in the first place. You know what I mean?
Kind of, not all the way, but just but for
what you said makes perfect
just for everyone being.
Right.
I want to be the smart person, and everyone on my side.
Right.
But that lends itself to that kind of thing, especially
Sure.
like people like Jamie Kilstein. Like he made his whole career.
He came back around though.
He did after he got hung by his own fucking lynch mob. That
right.
But he died by his own fucking sword.
But I'm almost glad though.
But yeah, because he's not doing comedy. You're just pandering. You're sitting on a soapbox and waiting for people to clap, and everyone pats themselves on the back. It's like we are the best, aren't we?
Right. Right.
I don't know.
No, but that's very. I mean, I don't know. That's cool to hear.
But it's not fun.
Right. No. But. Dude, it's cool to hear another comic say that, because a lot really don't. But what were you?
I was gonna say it's not fun because you can just watch any Seth Meyers, The Daily Show, and I don't know, Colbert or whatever, and you just go, okay, let me hear 1,000 Trump jokes like over and over.
It's the least risky thing in the world.
Right. That's what I'm saying. It's like one of those things. Like I realize. It's a huge thing. I realize most of your show is around a political base, so I get that has to be done. But can you humor me with something else?
Right.
Like, just go ahead and just. And that's the other thing too. If you've ever watched, because when I work late night at the bar, I end up having like either Fallon or Conan or both at one point, and then I can watch Conan when it replays, and then Seth Meyers comes on and The Daily Show and all that different shit. And it's like they all do the same joke, but they just like switch like 3 different words around.
Right.
And it's just like, if anybody does what I do, like watching this shit, it's just like, this is exhausting.
Right.
And Conan's really the only one who does like 1 to 2 tops in his monologue, and then he does other stuff.
Right.
He does not continue with it. And that was like one thing that I thought, I don't know if you guys are a fan of Pete Holmes at all.
Yeah, I like Pete Holmes.
The Pete Holmes show that he had after Conan, he did, his monologue was not at all based around like current events. He did bits.
Really?
He did bits for his monologue, and he had to do that.
It was unique, man.
And I was like, and I went, he's doing this all like this.
That's money.
This takes balls
right.
of steel to just go ahead and be like, I'm just going to go ahead and do bits, just random stuff.
Fuck what's in the news.
And just do that. And I'm like, you know what? I enjoy the show because it's not like everybody else.
Right.
Everybody does like, did you see this? Did you see this? And it's like, well, here we go.
That's why they get accused of stealing jokes all the time from like people on
Pete
Twitter. No, I'm saying just like late night.
Current.
They get accused of like stealing
of course,
from Twitter all the time. It's not because they're stealing. It's because it's just like easy.
Could you ever be first?
Could you ever
be first?
No way.
It's like,
dude.
of course, someone else.
Your show doesn't air till like 11:30.
Yeah.
People are talking about this since the second it happened.
Yeah.
There's already 4 memes. Like, there's no way you're gonna.
This started happening to me on Twitter actually with the.
You gotta do it on the side of my handy dandy 6-pack.
Oh yeah, there you
this
go.
thing is awesome.
So this started happening like on Twitter for me a while back. With I would.
This thing's awesome. Oh Jesus!
Spray.
It's all good.
It's fine. Yeah, hold on.
It's all good.
There we go.
Fuck it.
We're good, man.
Don't worry about it.
Hey, there's a little thing. There's some paper towels.
It's like look at it. It's like a sip.
Oh, I see.
Dude, it's like a sip. No sweat.
I got it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it looks worse because it was foamy. That's
Wash me. I'm the guest. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Yeah.
Over there.
Want me to wax your back?
He meant with your tongue like a cat. Joe. Come on. Now, what the fuck? Oh, no, so hold on. So while you're cleaning up, I'll tell this story about on Twitter. I started having this issue. I would think of something topical would happen, and I would think of a fucking great joke, and I'd run to Twitter and I'd go to tweet it, and I'd be like, wait, hold on. I'd Google that same joke, and without fail, 38 minutes ago, fucking some soccer mom in Georgia made the same joke. I'm like, motherfucker. But then after a while though, I was like, you know what? I'm tweeting it anyway. I didn't fucking steal this. I don't give a fuck. I'm putting it out there.
See, people make that argument too. People like as far as
like the Schumer thing and all that type.
No,
like we just said with the late night.
No, I'm actually going to go the route like people make the argument like political correctness and everybody on Twitter and all that stuff. It forces comedians to be better. it forces us to write more clever and more whatever, like that kind of level of material. You got to up your game type of scenario.
Sometimes the age joke is clever, you know. I mean,
I don't know.
So I think it helps. I think it matters to a certain extent. Like,
yeah.
to like versus like the '80s, like there are people just like, and he was fucking gay, and like that's the
I know. I get that.
You know,
I'm just saying that there's a certain level where, like, I got an argument once on Twitter with somebody. We were talking about stand-up, and then somehow I got called like a white devil. And I was like, how the hell did that happen?
remember this girl.
I was like, we almost
had her on the show, remember?
Yeah, because I was like, were we talking about stand-up comedy?
Right.
But you remember when you said everybody needs to, like, be liked or whatever? She knew that if she went that route, she was going to get people on her side type of scenario, because she was losing the argument.
Right.
And nothing I said or did at any point was race involved at any point. And all of a sudden it was like, well, and I was like, what the hell? How do we take that turn? And then all of a sudden it was like, well, see, you're avoiding it. Because I was like, I'm not avoiding it. It's not what we were talking about.
Right.
It's completely off topic. But if you want to talk about that, I guess we could.
I had a similar online saga that you chimed in right away and were like, dude, I'm reading this right now. This is out of fucking control. Yeah. That was great.
Yeah.
But these are the things you, for some reason, you fucking avoid them, man.
It's like Matrix dodge, baby.
See,
well, just like if it's something like that does happen, and someone comes at me like that, I don't know. I just won't get into it. Because it's always going to go the same way.
I don't anymore either.
Every fucking time.
Yeah.
Every time.
Yeah. And I didn't engage with it. And then guess what happened? When I said something along the lines of like, listen, you don't need to pull any race thing or whatever. I guess this argument's over. And I was like, that's the whitest thing you can say. And I was like, what?
I'm a white guy.
I just said I'm not going to get into this with you. It's just a little ridiculous. It's way off topic.
No, dude, oh, no, go ahead.
Sorry, but also, I don't think, I mean, I say weird stuff. I don't think I'm saying anything that fucked up. What do you think you said that's fucked up?
This is what caught my attention.
Okay, all right.
I was very interested in. Okay, it was when someone who will remain nameless used to be an admin in the Boston Comedians group. She posted an article about Louis C.K. when the news first broke. It was like, all right, it's real now.
It didn't first break.
But I'm saying when it was like, okay, this is happening.
Right.
Okay, this is no longer rumors and shit.
Wheels are in motion.
Exactly. And I said this. Okay, I said, wow, can I just say, as a male comedian, this really sucks. I'm inclined to believe this fully. Those are my exact words. I'm inclined to believe everything that's in this article, right? And then they came back and, why do you say it sucks? P.S. Not trying to start an argument here, just really trying to get your point of view. Go fuck yourself. Okay, yeah, you are trying to start an argument, okay? And so that was just the route that it went, but it got dragged on for so long, and like he said, words were twisted, and all of a sudden I'm a racist, misogynist, and everything else, okay? And then a veteran comic jumped in and was like, all right, you guys are clearly just jumped on this dude because he was the first one that said anything with a dick, so you guys need to really back the fuck up, and that was the end of it. But in the thread, though, you made the comment, okay? Wow, I wish Louis C.K. would jerk off in front of me so bad. Not
I don't remember saying that.
19 I'm just saying, 19 likes. You know what I mean? Everybody was like, oh, that's hilarious.
I really don't have a good explanation for myself.
You don't need to, dude. You don't need to. It was fucking funny. That's all that needs to be said. It was hilarious, and everybody else saw that. They recognized that because no one said anything negative to you about it. But I make a comment like, "Oh wow, I'm on your side here." Oh, what the fuck do you mean? What do you mean? I just said exactly what I mean, and I don't know, man. Like
because I get the most likes in a lot of those threads because everyone's getting serious, and I fucking refuse to be.
But I try to do the same thing a lot, and people they're like, "Oh, you're a douchebag," though. And I'm
because they just don't know you. Also,
I really am kind of aloof. I'll give you that. That's
They could probably if they know who I am, they kind of know what my flavor is, or at least where I'm coming from.
True.
If they don't know you, then you're just like. Who's this cis pig?
Right. Right.
And they take everything seriously.
Yeah. That is exactly it. That is exactly it. It sucks, but I don't know. Whatever.
There was a back and forth. This seems like such like talking about one time when I was on Facebook, one time when I was on Twitter, one time when
it's a big part of
I know,
the comedy, not my life, but just the comedy, sphere.
I had a comic because it was like a board thing where we were joking around. And he messaged me and was like, "Hey man, I hope you're not taking this like the wrong." I was like, "Are you kidding? No, I'm not taking this the wrong way. We're comics. We're kidding around.
We're having a funny
This
exchange.
is hilarious.
Yeah,
This means nothing to me.
Right.
I'm not at all like I will never stay if I see him again." Yeah, it was just like we're totally. If I don't think we're joking right now, don't let me do comedy again.
Yes, right.
How are we not kidding around?
But isn't it a shame that guy probably was a fucking funny dude? Had to go and.
He is a funny dude.
That's what I'm saying.
And I was shocked that I got a message. I was like, "Come on, man!"
Right.
I was like, "No, of course not."
It's a shame
stupid.
that has to happen, man. You know.
It is.
Well, messaging you make sure instead of doing it in public. It's like I like to message people all the time if I think something's going south.
It's
or something
fun.
like that,
I was okay with it, but at the same time, I was like, like you said, it sucks that it had to happen.
Right.
It's not like, but it was one of those things where, like, givens aren't givens.
That dude had that thought, like, wait, I like Joe. I don't want him to get the wrong idea here because people are so sensitive now. I just got to make sure. You know?
Yeah.
And the stuff I was saying was like, I am serious about this type of scenario.
Okay, yeah.
But it wasn't at all serious. You know, it's just I'm just kidding around.
I get you.
Did you break the mic over there?
No, we're good. We Gucci. Hold on, I gotta tell you guys this fucking joke because something that someone said a few minutes ago reminded me, and it was so fucking funny when I heard it. I forget who did it exactly, but this was like a few years ago. They go up and they do a joke. Oh, it was during like election time, okay, and it was when like Hillary really still had a chance and everything, and Bernie was still in it.
Wait a minute.
Okay,
how much does that dynamic just change? What you just said. Hillary still had a chance. Before the election, now she still had a chance, but before it was, she got it. It was like, no.
Yeah, everyone's like, slam dunk.
Yeah. I'm saying, like, this is when Hillary still had a chance.
Right.
But, and during that time,
she had a chance up until the night of the election.
She didn't have a chance. She was going to win.
Right.
Everyone was like, chance. If you said that when that was going on, people would be like, oh, yeah, okay, Dave.
Very well put, actually. Yeah. This is when Hillary was about to be the first woman president. Okay, that is true. That's absolutely because I'll tell you, I thought I was like for sure.
Everybody.
There really was no doubt for so many people.
For sure, it's like
I honestly said Trump the whole time.
Did you really?
I didn't want him to win.
Not because
I was saying that he was.
You're a realist.
He was gonna win.
Wow. See, I said as a realist, like there's no fucking way. No, like this is Donald Trump we're talking about. What the fuck are you saying?
So what I was saying, I did a bit about it, like right when it was getting going before like the Trump train started rolling through. And I only did that joke maybe like 3 times because everyone started doing Trump jokes. I was like, I'm done.
Right.
But when I said, he could win, everyone was like, so all this stuff. I'm like, but guys, if he's a candidate, technically he has a chance.
It really was like that. Everyone was saying, like, I remember Dan Savage's article reading in The Dig, and he's like, well, next week when Hillary is president.
Right. And I'm like, and you know what? I'm not a Trump supporter. But watching the compilation videos of all the people laughing in people's face about him being president, and all the Hillary supporters, all the stuff going, you moronic. You just do not understand. No, you don't know politics.
What did M. Night Shyamalan twist?
It was just like,
it's wild.
Even that, I just like knowing that people were disappointed, and I don't even know them. Like, I don't even care, but it's still like, it's just funny.
Oh yeah,
it's just hilarious.
Good to have. I enjoy, people
getting crushed,
people being smug and then feeling bad is always a great feeling.
It's phenomenal,
even if it's for the worst of the entire country. Yeah, still makes you warm.
Still hilarious.
Yeah, it still makes you warm on the
inside. We'll get a chuckle out of it.
Yeah, it's like.
Hold on. Do we?
All right, we were a little spin off the rails there. Go ahead. What are we saying?
Okay. Hold on. I want to try to take a quick pee break because I have to urinate real badly.
Well, just go.
I'm going to tell you this fucking joke.
I have
real quick.
35 minutes.
Right. Okay. We're gonna take like a $5. We'll be quick.
Oh, cool.
But I want to tell you.
Rip a cig real quick.
I got to tell you this joke before we go. So this was during the election when Hillary was about to be president. Okay.
There you go.
And I wish I could remember who. Some comic. He goes. He's like, listen, I got to be honest with you guys. This is just my opinion. Okay. I think Donald Trump is going to be our next president. I'm sorry. I'm just being real about this. Whatever. He's like, first of all, he's like, I think you guys are underestimating the redneck population in this country. Okay. And then he takes a turn with it. He goes, second of all, he's like, I just don't think women are very fit to be, they're not presidential material. They're not fit to hold office. And then he started to hear some groans or whatever. He's like, what do you want me to say? first of all, you're just not very smart. Second of all, you're way too emotional. And then everyone's like, all the women are like, ah! And he goes, see, too emotional. Fucking great. Dude,
that is awesome.
What a piece of shit. That's great.
Right?
That's
See, and I know, but I'm glad that you're laughing at that because that is funny. That is.
You know what? That reminds me of Chris Penny has a joke where he says something about being an introvert, and he goes, "Are there any other introverts in the crowd?" And someone goes, "Yeah." He goes, "You're doing it wrong."
That's great.
Because inevitably, we'll keep going. Inevitably, somebody will be like, "Yeah," or like, it'll be a little clap, and he's like, "Well, you're wrong." Okay, and he keeps going on. It's fantastic. I want to get back into the grave robbing thing because I feel like this is something that is weighing heavy on you.
It was something I was thinking about today, so I want to kind of turn into a bit. Maybe I'll talk about it tonight or something like that.
Yeah.
But like, also, I don't think I need to look it up. I meant to look it up earlier, but I'm not sure if you're allowed to just get put in the ground like raw dog.
Oh no, you're absolutely not.
Right?
Yeah, no.
But that's fucked up. That's like fucking big graveyard. Fucking telling you what to do, right?
Big
fucking the cemetery industrial complex,
right?
Dude.
Right.
All right, like you don't think they're getting money?
Great.
They're getting money. They have lobbyists.
You need a plot
to make that like a law.
The plot.
Like you should just be buried raw dog. You have to pay money.
Right.
It's the oldest thing in the world. I should be able to just die and put me in a hole.
There is a crime. There is a crime called
that can happen.
I want it.
If you want that to happen to you, it's like I'm sure you
with
can
my
arrange.
jewels, my precious jewels.
And your grave's gonna get
there's a lot of unmarked graves.
There is a crime though. It's like something to the effect of mishandling a corpse.
Yeah, like improper burial of the body.
That's what it is. Improper and that's a felony, dude.
Which is like if it's even they can even say that on your own property.
Oh wow.
Can you?
Wow.
Think
can
about
you say that?
this.
Like if I own property, can I bury my fucking...
Oh, you can do that.
I can?
But you have to do something. You got to like register or something, or you have to...
I'm sure.
You have to have a certain amount of land.
You pay somebody a fucking piece of something just to bury a human being.
Yeah.
Like, fuck you.
No, you have to have a certain amount of land or
I shouldn't
something.
have to pay anything. You should be able to dig a hole.
Like, fuck you.
You're talking about murder.
It's the only truth. It's the only true thing in the whole world is that we're all going to fucking die. All right? We're all going to die. So they figured out how it's like, oh, well, we have to...
How do I make money off this?
Laws in action, so we can make some fucking money.
The estate tax, formerly the death tax.
It's bullshit.
And make no mistake about it. We're not like getting more land somehow. So these plots and everything that you buy, the prices are only going up.
Right.
You're basically paying rent and you're dead.
Right.
Yeah.
Which is still somehow you're doing. I don't know how that's possible.
I worry that we're wasting space we're going to need soon on cemeteries and golf courses.
You think
realistically.
Oh, golf courses. Don't even get me started on that.
But there's way more cemeteries.
What's wrong with golf courses?
You know what I mean?
Dude, everything. Especially in California.
Yeah, they're wasting all the water. Yeah,
how much water it takes per day to make a golf course? So, like...
Yeah, it's ridiculous, dude.
Man.
It's like its own river.
But I like to golf.
What
you
guys should listen to is... have you heard the podcast Revisionist History?
Are you fucking kidding? Malcolm Gladwell, dude?
Yeah. You heard the episode about golf courses?
Yes.
Amazing.
Yes,
I don't need to say anything. Listen to episodes.
Everything that dude has ever done is fucking incredible.
All right, now I gotta hear this.
You have to listen.
Am I going to stop golfing because of it?
No.
Okay.
But it's incredible.
But
he does one on the hot hand and the sweet spot and all that about how they're just statistically it does not exist, dude. Like he does stuff. No, but I'm saying he does stuff on
the Wilt Chamberlain one about the granny shot. Amazing.
That's the episode.
Statistically, it's more like
but they feel like a fucking pussy when they do it, so no one does it. But all science points to it being the perfect.
Hey, look it up, man. Rick Barry did the granny shot, and he has
the only one who ever committed to it.
He was in the episode is about Rick Barry and why Wilt Chamberlain would not adopt his style because he felt like it was effeminate or whatever, you know. But hold on, we called Dave back in here because we need to take a break. I gotta empty my bladder. So
cool. I'm gonna rip one real quick.
Yeah, no, absolutely, man. All right, we'll be back in 5 to 7ish.
Cool.
I've gotten stuck in the hunt for some I'm thinking this time I'll sit by and watch while it comes to me. Good times, you can find me here. You don't need to knock, you just come on in. Last time around, you in and out. So this time, please plan to stay a while. 'Cause I'd like to get to know you. I'd like to get to know you. I'd like to get to know a good thing when it comes. And I'd like to say I love you. Hear it coming to me from another. And know for sure those words won't ever get worn out. Why is it always a fight trying to get life to fit the frame? I should be waiting for life before building it anyway. Good times, you can find me here. You don't need a knock, you just come right in. Last time around, you were in and out. So this time, please plan to stay a while. 'Cause I'd like to get to know you. I'd like to get to know you. I'd like to get to know a good thing when it comes. And I'd like to say I love you. Hear it coming to me from another. And know for sure those words won't ever get worn out. I'd say 89-ish to probably 98. I remember never ever having any fears of anything. Singing, here comes the sun, and playing out in the grass. Back before life came around and kicked my but good times, I know you're coming back. And I'd like to get to know you. I'd like to get to know you. I'd like to get to know a good thing when it comes. And I'd like to say I love you. Hear it coming to me from another. And know for sure those words won't ever get worn out. I've been looking for some love to guide me. I've been looking for some love to guide me. I've been looking for some love, but now I'm gonna let it look for me. I've been looking for some love to guide me. I've been looking for some love to guide me. I've been looking for some love, and now I'm gonna let it look for me. Oh, yeah. babe. I feel like everything is lost. I'm down. Can't let you follow this path I made. My time, my sweetest, my distress. This madness isn't making sense. The thing I couldn't give to you, I'll never give it to someone else. My love is not enough. All is over, I surrender. All this pain will fade away. Glorious as you can remember. Save me from the misery. Will you leave my heart forever? Please just give me a reason. Let me go. Listen, this life, so sick we've become. Find the pain in my chest again. Now I'm betrayed by you. Won't be ever able to forget. My darling, my sweetest, my distress. It isn't making a bit of sense. The thing you couldn't give to me, you'll never give it to someone else. My love is not enough. The war is over, I surrender. All this pain will fade away. As glorious as you can remember. Save me from the misery. Will you leave my heart forever? Please just give me a reason. Let me go. Please just give me a reason. Let me go.
I'm just saying that. I already know.
WEMF Radio.
WEMF.
All right, and we're back.
Yes, Queen. Yes.
Yes, Queen. Now, what were we just talking about? That something.
You know, it doesn't matter. We can start brand new.
Yeah, do everything.
All right, fuck it.
Doesn't matter.
I was gonna start. I forget what I was gonna.
I know what we can talk about.
Once again.
Worst gift you ever got? Now that Chris is around the corner, what's the worst gift? 'Cause I was thinking about this on the way to picking you up, and I'm like, man, what's the worst gift I ever got?
You know what?
What?
I'll go first, but
Okay.
now see, I can't remember the worst gift that I ever got, but I can tell you something that did happen on Christmas that was the worst thing, probably still to this day. That this really sucks.
Who died?
I went Christmas shopping for my girlfriend. Okay, and I bought her like a nice necklace and a pendant for it, right? And then I went to the movies with another girl. Right?
Yeah.
And I lost the necklace.
Oh no!
Just had the pendant, right? And no, but the other girl, by the way, I was not a scumbag. This was her friend that we bought the necklace for, and so I
Wait. Back up a second.
Yeah.
You bought a necklace and a pendant for your girlfriend.
Right.
And then, because you're such a nice guy, and at no point did you think it could lead to something more, you took her friend to the movies?
14. I was like 14.
Oh,
you know, this was a long time ago, man. It was just like, we were at the mall all day. I was like, all right, Mom, can you drop me off at like noon and pick me up at like 4? And by 1, I'm like, all right, I'm good. Let's go see a movie.
Right.
You know, it was her best friend. It wasn't anything like that. But, so I legitimately lost the necklace.
Right.
And I was so happy that her friend was there because I was like, I really bought this. Like I'm not lying to you about this. And so her friend was like, yeah, she's like, Angela, it was a nice necklace actually. Like
I had a paper route. I just saved up a lot of money for this
shit. No, I was like refereeing youth hockey games and shit, and like doing the scoreboard and all that shit.
There you go.
It was this is a long time ago. But as far as horrible gifts, man, I don't know. I cannot think of one, honestly, so I'm going to pass it on.
So mine was like kind of bad, but I turned it into good. So when I was a kid, my parents would fuck with me all the time because I would get really excited about Christmas and Christmas presents and stuff like that. So they would try to like throw off weights and like put things in like different boxes. They put like a video game, just a single video game in like a giant box.
That's awesome.
I like that style
kind of thing,
very
right?
much.
So I think I was like 12, right? And I opened this big box, and they were trying to throw out the weights, right? So they had this. In it was just like this thing, this like thick. It was like a 6-inch wide, 6x4, like just chunk of wood.
Right.
So at that point, they've been fucking with me for like years with this. So I'm just like, I love this so much. Like I took out the piece of wood, and I'm like, this is the best thing I've ever had. And I drew a face on it. Like I loved Angry Beavers a lot at the time, so like I named him Stump after their friend Angry Beavers, and I drew a face on it. And I'm like, this is the best shit ever. I love Stump. Right. And like so he was just my friend, and I had him on my desk for so long.
That is great.
But yeah, there's like a video game or something at the bottom of the box. But I was like, I was like, fuck you, Mom and Dad.
That is great.
Like I can play this game too.
That's I like to think that's when Brandon Vallee Comedian was born. Right.
I was gonna say,
it's what I always wanted.
I used to do that. I used to do that with my parents all the time.
That's so funny.
Like one time, my mom took me. My mom took me to the doctor, and my doctor, she was like, so what do you want to be when you grow up? I'm like, well, I think I really want to be a toll booth worker. Or like the guy at the airport who like drives the golf cart to get like all the birds off the runway. And she's just like, okay. And my mom's just like she was dying. My mom was like, she's trying to keep it together so hard. She's like, my stupid son.
That's so
stupid
funny.
Goddamn son.
he'll be lucky to get either one of those.
That's so funny though when you're that age when like you think that's the specific job when like that guy's like a security guard that they're like, hey, send the new guy out to fucking chase all the birds out. And then you're like, that's that guy's job.
I think it's pretty cool.
That cracks me up.
Like part of me though is cool, but also part of me was like, yeah, this will be like stupid to say. Like I don't really want to be this, but like, it's like funny.
No, I'm just saying. No, I mean just as a small child, when you're like, imagine like you just get to do that all day. It's like,
well, you know what's funny is like
a dream.
He does a lot of bullshit.
I remember being a kid, and they have the trucker school in the fairgrounds.
Yep.
And it was right around the corner from my house.
Right.
And we would go to Burger King, and then I wanted to watch the trucks drive around in the fairgrounds.
Right.
I was thinking, how cool would it be if one day I could drive a truck, like all the time.
Right.
But in your head, you're like, what an amazing job.
Yeah,
and then now
are sick.
Right. And then now you're like,
imagine if I drove
would
trucks.
Suck.
Right.
Forever. Like it's like it's something that it takes skill. Right. But imagine the hours and cross country and drive. I was just like, oh my God, there's no way I could do it.
Right.
But in your head, when you're a kid, you're like, I get to drive that thing.
Right.
Oh my God.
Yeah. No. Again, it's one of those like when you're a kid, you're like, I don't know. Your perspective is so funny to me, man. It cracks me up.
Yeah.
I told you the thing about my nephew, which was hilarious. I'm going to tell him real quick because this is funny. You'll appreciate this because you're my age. My nephew's 3, right? Knows how to use a cell phone, his iPad, and all that. Like the back of his hand. He can put on, whatever song he wants, whatever video he wants to see, whatever. He knows how to do it all. And so the other day we're in our kitchen, and he's at my house. We're in my kitchen, and we're looking at some old CDs that I was getting rid of, and so they're just CDs in the case, and he opens them up and he just sees like the disc, right? And he's like, hey, Uncle James, what's this? I'm like, oh, that's a CD, buddy. He's like, what's it do? I'm like, well, you use it to play music. And he thinking of like his cell phone, our cell phone is how you play music, you know what I mean? He's looking at it, he turns it around in his hand, he's like, how? Like just completely baffled, and I was just like, oh man, like it was just I felt like an adult for the first time, I was like, holy fuck.
Oh man, yeah, even though you put that inside, there's not a DVD.
Right. He's like, so you need something else to play the music now? It's like, fuck.
What's the point?
Right, exactly. It's like, shit, dude.
Seems like a lot of steps.
Yeah, that's man, that cracked me up so hard though, But anyway, so on to you though. Worst gift you've ever gotten?
Well, I think I got a couple.
Right now, he's trying to think of everything.
No, I got a couple, but
okay.
I would say any joint gift I've ever gotten.
Really?
With my wife or girl when she was my girlfriend, and we were like, everyone's like, they're going to be engaged someday or something like that, and you'd get like, oh, we got this for the both of you, and it's like, yeah, this is never for the both of us. This is for her.
This is for Melissa.
We got a set of glasses and towels. Thanks.
Right.
Yeah, like, oh, gee, shucks.
Okay.
This is just what I wanted. A whole chest. Woohoo!
That's great. I did not even think of that, but
it's the dude. Yeah, don't be in a relationship in the holidays. It's like, or a long relationship in the holidays.
But on the other side, you can also do that from the other angle. My girlfriend does this all the time, where she's like, yeah, I got him this thing, and I said it was from the both of us. I'm like, yeah, well, yeah, it is.
All right, you know what? You're right about that. Because the shopping shrinks down. It's like, hey, I went ahead and got your nieces, and I'm like, all right, cool, because I don't have to do that.
I like your
shit like
style.
that works.
Absolutely.
But have you ever gotten a joint gift? Like, how long you been with the girl?
We've been together for like a year now.
Oh, okay.
Coming up on a year.
Yeah.
So not...
Give it like if you're moving in together. Like, when you're moving in together, people be like, we got you, duh. And you're like, shit. Like, what am I supposed to do with that? Like, nothing. It's like, it's just always something for the house or something that you just don't give a shit about. Right. I got you a fruit tray. Like, it was awesome.
Thanks. No, so you and your lady don't live together? You stayed separately?
No, not yet. Maybe soon, hopefully.
Dude, no, but a lot of people I feel like move in real quick, real fast, which really freaks me out, man. I don't get why that's going on.
I dragged my feet to the bitter end.
It's going to depend on the relationship, but a lot of times you'll see it happen, and you're like, oh no,
right,
yeah,
right. But I don't know. So, host,
it's a hard economy right now.
Yeah.
Okay.
The New York relationship.
You know what?
Exactly.
Like, but it does depend on like where you're at, because like the reason why like me and my girl moved in was because at the time it was like I had moved in with my parents and she was with hers, and it was right at like, it had been like 1 or 2 years after college, and my buddies had already.
Oh, no, but how long had you been dating though?
Yeah, we were like at that like 2-year mark.
That's solid.
But then what happened was it had been a while. Yeah. But then like one of my buddies was about to get into like a new place, and he's like, dude, you want to come in on me this place, all this stuff, and it was one of those things where I was like, I think we were together for 3. Well, yeah, I think we were together for 3. Because it was one of those things where I was like, if I move in with you, my relationship's over. Because it was one of those things where like, you sign a 2-year lease. That's total 5 years now. Now we're looking at a problem. Like, it was one of those scenarios where it was like, when I do move out, if it's not with her, then the relationship's over. Like that, because that does happen though.
I never know, but dude, again, like I haven't.
Like if he's been with his girl for 2 years, and then his buddies are like, "Hey, I know," but I'm saying, say they make it to 2,
right?
And
and then at that point,
there was an eye roll that you couldn't hear.
Oh, we're on.
Let's just say huge hypothetical. They make it to 2 years, and then their lease is up, and it's like we got to sign another 2-year lease. We got to make a decision right now. Right. And then your girl's like, oh, it just so happens that I need to make... And it's like, okay.
2-year lease, that's wild.
No, I'm just saying, like, that's what ends up happening. It's like that, what lines up, it's like, listen, we got to make this decision now. So sometimes you make that decision when you're only a year in. Because it's like, if I don't do this now, and then you end up like, in a miserable situation.
I would risk it and be like, listen, I'm sorry. But
it happened to me less than that one time.
Less than that?
Well, so 6 months... I'm dating this girl. She claims that she put her rent in in the box for wherever they're gonna take it from, and it wasn't there. So she said, I don't know if I believe her. She wasn't a very good person,
Classic.
at least at the time.
Classic.
So and then she's like, oh, get kicked out of my house. So it's either she moves like an hour and a half away, right, or I just have her move in with me.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like
you're too good of a person for your own good.
I want to be with you. So I'm like, we'll see. It was an awful idea. She's not a good
You're like, I heard Civics are good on gas miles.
Yeah. It was not a cool situation.
Well, now you.
Well, you know what?
Now
Now here's the thing. Like, so.
Hell yeah.
You obviously told your roommates or whoever you're with, or
Yeah, they said it was a bad idea, but I mean, I was like 23.
and you can't be. You know what? You can't be told that. It's amazing. Like I've gotten phenomenal advice
learn
over
from
my
your own
lifetime,
mistakes, yeah.
and you know what? I fuck it up on my own. Like every time
the only way you learn.
it's all retrospect, and you're like
gotta
this. You're like, you know
experience,
what? They
yeah.
were right, but you know what? I just got to go ahead and find this out, and you find out.
You do.
You always find out.
right,
But
right.
we had a buddy of ours when we were in college move. His girl, all of a sudden, she like showered like 2 nights in a row at our place, and we were
You're
like,
what the fuck is going on?
Like one was like, we were like, whatever. She
This is
showered
this
once,
is getting
whatever.
out of
She's
hand.
probably on her way to work or something, and or she didn't have time, or she would stay there all the time. It was basically like she lived with us because she was always there, but she never showered at our place, and it happened 2 nights in a row. And we like pulled him aside, like, hey buddy. And he's like, what's going on? And he knew what it was about. Because you never have a serious conversation in college.
He's trying to hide it.
Yeah. And we were like, hey,
I've heard about that happening.
hey, is so-and-so moving in? And he goes, well, I meant to talk to you guys. We were like, what the fuck? We were like freaking out.
No
We were like,
way,
dude, you
dude.
can't, you gotta like let us know that's happening. I'm like, is she like paying rent? And he was like, well, like, I'm like, no. Everybody was like,
Dude.
nah, dude.
Like, first of all,
you need to sit
no.
this girl down. And she was the same thing. She's like, well, I'm having a lot of problem with my parents and da-da-da-da. Like, that kind of thing. We were like, all right, well, make up with them.
Right, yeah.
Like, Jesus Christ, like, what the hell's going on?
Right.
And then, of course, that ended badly as well.
Yeah, dude, my buddy, fucking 30 years old, and so were his roommates. That just happened to him.
Yeah.
Or like I
guess
his
she's living
roommate
with
was
us now.
trying to well, she's living here, and it's like you just think that's
Right.
fine.
You gotta, because here's the deal, like, when that,
Like, this is our house. Like, we all live here. You can't just, have a new person, live in this place without telling anyone.
Right.
Like, that's so fucked up.
without
Yeah.
telling anyone.
Yeah.
Because here's the deal. Well, I'm not, like, such a soulless and heartless person.
Yeah. Even when you
that if they're
probably
like,
say yes,
she's
you know?
having I would have said yes.
Yeah,
I
but now
totally
it's a
would have said
thing.
it.
Right.
But you gotta
Yeah.
tell me.
Right.
You can't just
Now
be
it's a
like,
fucking
hey,
thing.
I'm going to sneak this
Yeah.
by you.
Yeah.
Now
Because
it's
now
a
that you
thing.
try to
Now
sneak
it's a
it by me, now that you try to sneak it by me, I don't want to hear. And now that you try to sneak it by
Exactly.
me, now I'm going to make this an issue. Now it's a problem for me.
Right. I'm a
Before-
man of principle.
She's on hard time. She's going through something's going on. Yeah, she can crash here, whatever.
Right.
Blah, blah, blah. Have her pay for the freaking electrical. I don't give a shit.
Right.
And that'd be done with it. But the fact that you try to sneak it by us.
Yeah. You're an adult. You know?
Right.
It's like,
Yeah, right.
how long have you lived with other people? You should know the score.
Right. It's just,
Hey, fucking coward.
right. A little
Yeah.
consideration.
Yeah.
That's all.
This
live
kid
with
is
the people.
cracking me up.
Ugh,
Well,
God damn.
God damn it.
I
Now,
do-
how much longer do we have?
I do have to leave. I have 3 minutes.
3 minutes?
Yeah,
3
I
minutes.
gotta go.
That's all right, man.
Over there, I gotta.
Well, all right. Again,
2 minutes.
Again, real quickly, guys. It's now 8:15. If you're listening, Brandon's going to be at Common Ground in Alston at 9 p.m. hosting comedy. Good job.
Hopefully, I do a good job.
Yeah. Oh no, I'm sure you will, man.
I need to eat. I haven't eaten dinner yet. I'm drinking beers. We'll see what happens.
There you go, man.
I'll fall apart.
Hey, if you're half of the man you are on this show today, you're going to be fucking fantastic.
Oh man, I'll probably be a quarter by the time I get. We'll see what fucking happens.
Well, hey, dude, again, man, from the both of us, thank you for coming, dude. We cannot thank you. Seriously, this was a blast.
Yeah, this is a lot of fun. I'll
Honest to
come
God.
back again sometime. This is
I
fun.
hope you will.
And you know what?
I-
Let's rob some graves sometime.
Yeah, dude. I'll
Just hit
take
me
you.
up.
Thank you.
Hit me up. Message me on Facebook anytime you're like, not busy, and I'll bring a couple tools. And
Yeah,
I'll,
just some lockpick
Yeah.
kit. But also, if you guys just go to Mount Auburn Cemetery, either of you guys, you just have to go. It's the most beautiful place.
I'm not
in Boston. It's one of the oldest cemeteries. It's like Massachusetts, one of the oldest places in the
Right.
in the country.
Historic.
So it's for old rich people. There's a sphinx there. There's a giant fucking sphinx.
I'm not going with that.
It's crazy.
How many Illuminati
It's
do you think
crazy.
are buried there?
Dude, tons. Tons. Mason graves. There's so much weird stuff there, but it's beautiful, man. There's a giant tower. You can walk up to the top and you can see the entire city. It's wild.
The four of us got to get some guys together. We'll have a huge seance / circle jerk.
yeah.
It'll be fucking great.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I know you want to get out. You got to get out of here. You don't want to, but you got to. All right. We're gonna take a quick break.
Oh, no, I
We're
want
gonna
to.
Of course he wants to.
God damn it. Stop making me laugh. All right, we're going to take a quick break and we're going to show Brandon out and we'll be back in 5 minutes.
Yeah, listen to Dead Last Podcast.
Oh, yeah.
Also,
on iTunes, Stitcher, all the stuff. All the things.
Fuck yeah. Follow Junkyard Unicorn on Twitter and Instagram.
Well, I don't tweet. But follow it anyways.
Go read his 35 tweets.
Yeah, check them out.
All right, we'll be back in 5.
All right.
the cost and keep me in the teeth when we go out driving. Got me feeling so high. I like to keep myself alive, but this happens, it happens all the time when we go out driving. Got me feeling so high. I got my bill to sleep, you got your son to keep. We're gonna fake it out. I got my bill to sleep, you got your son to keep. We're gonna fake it out.
Hello, musicians. If you want a rehearsal space in Boston, Cambridge, Ulster, or Brighton, check out the Sound Museum. Our premier community of musicians is growing every day. We will not be undersold. For info, contact soundmuseum.net or call 617-775-4009. Again, that's soundmuseum.net or call 617-775-4009. At the Sound Museum, you play as loud as you want.
This is WEMF Radio.
WEMF Radio.
WEMF Radio.
WEMF Radio.
WEMF Radio. You're listening to WEMFradio.com. WEMFradio.com.
Sweet.
WEMF, we're back. This is Attention Deficit. We're loving life right now.
Brandon Vallee was wicked funny.
Brandon Vallee is an excellent human being, and I would fuck with that dude any day of the week.
Right, dude?
Good human being.
I love that kid, man.
Yeah.
So, everything that was the first time I met the kid in person. Everything I heard about him held up. Funny, just fucking good dude, man.
Yeah. Glad we had him on. Right. First guest out of the way.
Right. That was great. Awesome. That was great. So
when we left, we were talking about the worst gift we ever got.
Oh, right. Okay, right.
I want to talk. What's the best gift you ever got?
Oh man.
Obviously, it was
right.
as a youth.
Yeah, I was just gonna say, man, it would have to have been something from at least. I was probably. It had to be 10 to 14. That was prime time for that was when I was playing, baseball and hockey real hard. That way, yeah.
In your mind, you're like, I'm going pro.
I'm trying, exactly, all that. I'm trying to think, man. Probably, let's see. Oh, actually, no. You know what it was, dude?
What?
It was PS2.
PS2?
I gotta say, yeah. I gotta say. Just because of or maybe maybe either PS2 or maybe my first phone or something.
I know what you mean.
Something like that.
Yeah.
I want to say some hockey equipment or whatever, but that was something that was standard. I'd always get
something along those lines.
Exactly. But those were things that they were milestones in my life.
Right.
But so I had to. I would probably say my first phone because it was a Christmas present.
Yeah.
I remember it was a Kyocera. It was a little now, dude, if you got this phone now, you'd be like, what the fuck?
This piece of
shit. And dude, back then it was a huge deal.
Did you have the slider?
No, dude, it wasn't even that time yet.
Fancy.
It was when they were just starting to get real small.
Oh, okay.
When they were
I had the slider one, and that was a big deal.
I got one of those eventually, but yeah, this thing, it had a flashlight on it, and everyone was like, oh fuck.
Yeah.
It was awesome, man. So I'd have to say that, my first cell phone, I'd have to say.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah. It just happened to be a Christmas present, so it was dope, dude.
That's cool.
So now you asked, so I know you got yours all warmed up and ready to go.
I got a puppy on Christmas.
No shit.
Yeah. Well, it was a few days before.
Right.
We had to drive, but it was a Christmas gift.
Same with my phone.
It was a Christmas gift.
Yeah. Same with my phone.
And that was definitely the coolest gift. Yeah.
Now, how'd they do it though? Did they surprise the shit out of you?
Yeah, we said it was a complete surprise.
Okay.
First of all, I'm allergic to dogs. I always wanted a dog. I love dogs. My whole life I wanted a dog. I begged my mother for a dog every year, and I never could get one because I'm allergic. You can't get one. And I was old enough to start getting allergy shots, and they didn't tell me. About it or whatever, and I had kind of grown out of my asthma. I had it, and you can do that as when you're younger.
Sports induced.
Yeah, well, it wasn't really sports induced. It was as a youngster, I I had it.
Yeah,
more.
no, but when your lungs grow, then
you get it. It's
healthier
less
and
severe.
stronger. Yep, absolutely.
And so I guess they had decided that I could get a dog.
Right.
And when we were supposed to go to we're going to my stepfather's friend's house and something because we're on our way to go to this thing. And I'm like, okay. And I just hopped in the car. We were all in the car.
Right.
And then they just came over. They came in the back seat and they're like, they had something for you. And I was like, what? And then I was like, holy shit, it's a dog. Like I said it. Like I was like a freshman in high school. I couldn't believe it.
That's
awesome.
unreal.
That was the greatest thing. I mean, because that's one of those gifts. Literally, the gift that keeps on giving. It truly is.
It really
because
does.
it's that is a long gift, that lasts a long time.
Right.
And just
how long exactly did it last, Joe?
I'd say 8 years.
Oh yeah, okay.
Yeah,
what breed was it?
It was a beagle.
Okay, wow, that's like
he should have lived a lot longer.
Dude,
he got lymphoma. And
that's like a Christmas movie. You get a little beagle puppy,
awesome.
dude. Are you kidding me?
Best.
What are you, a fucking
I'm fighting back the tears right now.
Sorry,
I'm not
man.
gonna lie. He was
I hate to,
awesome.
What was his name?
Tucker.
Oh,
great
fuck
dog.
Yeah,
great dog.
Fuck yeah. That's a great dog name.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah.
He was a mischievous asshole, but he was a great dog.
Right.
Yeah, he's my dog. Even though he tried to bite like 3 people, I still loved him. Like what I'm talking about.
Right.
Did you have any pets?
You became a dog bite apologist. You're like, what did they do wrong, huh? How was he dressed when he?
I remember I had
hilarious.
I had to do this once. I would always walk him over by the junior high school by my house, and I'd go over there. And then there was one time he was still like relative. I don't know, like a year or two old. And then some kids came up like, can we pet him? I'm like, I wouldn't. I remember saying that. I was kind of like, you feel like like this is something a lot of people don't talk about, but like when you have a dog that's a dick, you feel like a complete jerk off. Like you just don't know what to say. You're just like, I'm
a good person.
I know. It's just,
I don't know how.
This looks like a reflection on me, but I swear he's just an asshole.
Right. That's hilarious.
There's nothing we did. We didn't beat him. He's not like I didn't roll up the newspaper. He just doesn't like a lot of people. Right. It's just a little nervous.
That's hilarious.
But
no, I never had like an animal like that. I like my parents had 6 fucking kids, so they were like, listen, we would love a dog too.
If you were like, we want a dog, but we got enough animals running around the house.
Literally.
Yeah.
So, but I had like things that were low maintenance. Like I had a couple turtles. I had like a fucking
goldfish.
I think I think I didn't have anything with fur, but I believe my sister had a gerbil or a hamster or a guinea pig.
They're the same thing.
One of those fucking things. Yeah. But I liked I liked the reptiles. I don't know why I liked turtles. I don't know why.
Yeah.
Like they just cracked me up because they like to eat strawberries.
Can you name?
Hold on. They like to eat strawberries.
Turtles?
That's like a little snack for the turtles,
All
like
right.
a strawberry. Yeah,
There you go. I guess
so
it's
funny. I used to love it because it was one of the few things I could do. I could just chop up little strawberry bits and put them in there, and he would just
eat them.
It was great.
One of my mother's best friend, her son. I would maybe see them once every 3 years.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Because it'd be like, we're going to visit so and so, and you'd like hang out with like they were much older than me, but I thought they were cool because they were much older than me.
Of course.
And he had a pet piranha.
Just one, huh?
He had a pet piranha.
Wow.
And I'm like, that is pretty cool.
Wow.
And I remember one time he was like, hey, I got this pet. I still remember the name of the pet piranha. I don't remember people's names. Right. I met this piranha once. I remember his name.
What was his name?
Zeus.
Zeus the piranha.
And Zeus the piranha. And he was like, I'm going to go feed my piranha. You want to? And I'm like, hell yeah, I want to see this.
Fuck yeah.
It was like, and he dropped a little goldfish in there, and it was like so quick. You know what I mean?
Right.
It like hovered around it for like a half a second, and then it just like looked out of the side of its eye. It was like, see ya.
That's it.
Oh, that's it for that's it for you, buddy.
Wow.
And then it was even cooler because he like regurgitated it back up. And he was like, he's never done this. And I was like, this is awesome.
What?
So like, he ate it, and then something happened where he was like, what? And he just like shot it back out of his mouth, and it was like the goldfish was like, all wounded and stuff, and then he finished it off.
Oh, okay. Oh, so he did.
He finished it off. Okay. But it for a second
did you see
there.
A fish throw up? Is that even possible?
It happened. I guess it threw up. I saw a piranha throw up.
Wow.
Not a lot of people can say that.
For sure. That's fucked.
But anyway,
did you ever see that? You ever see the video of the piranhas in the Amazon? And the guy, he has a whatever the fuck, it's like a seagull or something, some shit, and just throws it in the water, and the thing, dude,
ripped to shreds.
Disappears, dude.
So
disappears.
speaking of piranhas, is one of the all-time great, I think, comedy scenes ever. Is from The Toy. Have you ever seen The Toy?
Oh, it's
with Richard Pryor.
Was it Richard? Oh, no, I'm thinking of.
It was Richard Pryor.
No, what's the one that Robin Williams was in? Was it was like Toy Factory maybe?
I don't know.
Yeah, there was but Richard Pryor
It's just toys.
was is that what it was? Toys. Okay. No, the Toy though I didn't see that one.
You know, it's a classic.
I did not see
awesome.
that.
It's
though,
amazing.
yeah. I saw Toys. I did not see Richard Pryor.
Wow, you got to see that movie.
Fuck.
For anybody who hasn't seen it,
The
you have
Toy?
to see it. It's The Toy, and it's Richard Pryor,
And he is the Toy.
he's the toy. So what happens is this spoiled brat kid, who's just his dad. Oh my God, people are gonna kill me who have seen the movie. Jackie Gleason. Jackie Gleason plays the dad.
How old is this movie?
It's old. It's like I'd say like mid 80s probably.
Wow.
And so he ends up his dad doesn't pay attention to him, but he's got tons of money and all this stuff or whatever. And then the son is just a spoiled brat. He's actually Schwartz from Christmas Story.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So you'd recognize the kid in it too.
Wow.
So he's walking around the stores that, like, one of the department stores that his dad owns, and you pick up whatever you want, that kind of thing, right? And Richard Pryor is working there as a janitor, and I can't believe you don't know the reference, like Wonder Wheel. Oh, no, Wonder Wheel. Oh, never mind.
No,
people. All right, if people have seen it, get it, but people that don't, whatever. Anyway, he's walking around the store, and he goes, "I want him." And he goes, "You can't have him. He's not for sale." He goes, "My dad said I could have whatever's in the store. I want him." Because he's like in the middle of like playing with this toy, like whatever. And he said, so it ends up turning into like obviously a very like funny, like they put a funny twist on slavery in this scenario, where it's like, you can't buy a human being, you can't whatever. He goes, "Sure I can. It's my dad's." And it's like, so it turns into he hires him to play with his son, and so he's the toy. Okay. And they're walking around and they're fishing or whatever, and he's on like their property, their estate, and he goes to the water and he goes, "Jack, be careful, like there's piranha in there." And he goes, "There's no piranha in here," like whatever. And he goes, "Jack, I'm serious, like don't mess around." And he goes, "Oh yeah." He goes, "You know what? I got to pull up my pants so I don't step in the bullshit." And he goes like this. He goes, I'm serious, Jack, get out of the water." And he's like, "Oh yeah, there's piranha in here." And he walks up to his thighs, and all of a sudden, like all the water starts going. He goes, "Ah," and he walks across the water. He's like, because he's running so fast. It's like one of those comically 80s like moments, but you just can't help but laugh at that scenario. It's just that was a long route to get to that one part because you kept asking questions, but it is a very hilarious comedic scene. Right. And guys, watch The Toy. That's all I'm saying. Richard Pryor, man.
I gotta see it
best.
now, dude. Now, speaking of Pryor, did you ever see a movie called Brewster's Millions?
Of course.
Oh my God, that was great, dude.
What about Hear No Evil, See No Evil? You ever see Hear No Evil, See No Evil?
With
Gene Wilder?
Yes.
When he holds that girl up with his erection. That's the funniest thing ever.
Dude.
There's I don't know if is there a funnier scene?
Classic, dude. Classic.
When he takes his hand out of his pocket, it's still there. It's like, it's the funniest damn thing. And whoever that girl is to this day, a 10. I mean, out of it. Oh my God.
Old classic dime piece right there.
Oh,
you know? That's
nothing. I mean,
that's before they had fake titties.
And no, I don't even. She holds up in any era
for sure.
There's no doubt about it. But that scene is just so classic.
Yeah. Dude, Gene Wilder was fucking great, man.
Hilarious.
He was great, dude.
Hilarious.
Yeah, so fucking funny.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Anyway, see those movies.
Yeah, exactly. Those two.
Check them out.
Two 80s classics. Starring.
Actually, a lot of people don't remember this, but Kevin Spacey was in Hear No Evil, See No Evil.
Really?
A very young man in that movie.
Wow.
He played the villain that was always with that girl that had like the thin mustache.
Oh shit.
He is a baby in it. You'd be like, holy shit, Kevin Spacey. I love seeing movies like that when there's someone who's like quite literally like a huge star, but it was like one of their earlier films. You're like, no way! Like you see him, you're like, you can't believe that that was them in that movie.
Right.
Or, oh my god! Like you see, like I always you ever watch Young Frankenstein? Gene Wilder is the blind man that and you're like, not Gene. I'm sorry, Gene Hackman. And you're like, holy
The Replacements,
and you're like, that's Gene Hackman? Like, no way, dude. But he's like such a, you never, unless if someone didn't say it, you wouldn't know it was him.
No, probably definitely not. Yeah. That to the point where you're like, wait, really? And you look it up and you're like, oh shit, it is him. Yeah. What the fuck?
Also a good one, which I think we are both probably seen this movie several times. Can you name Ben Affleck's first film ever?
Oh yeah, Dazed and Confused.
No.
What was it?
Mallrats?
Nope.
No. Hold on. It wasn't Dazed and Confused?
No. This was a movie that they played in junior highs across the country on those big ass like DVDs. They're not even DVDs. They're like
Laserdiscs.
It was it was not quite interactive, but they'd have like science questions at the end. We watched it in science class.
Was it it was what the fuck's the boat, dude?
Yup.
Boat.
Yes, the boat. Come on, Corbett. Now
was it Discovery something or other?
Oh no.
Hold on.
It was the
Voyager.
No. The Voyage of the Mimi.
The Voyage of the Mimi.
Excellent.
Okay.
Excellent
Touché.
show.
Touché.
Excellent movie, whatever. It's interactive learning tool, whatever they were going for.
I forgot all about that shit.
Ben Affleck's a kid in it.
I just had a flashback to 7th grade. Dude.
Yeah.
That's hilarious.
And that song is imprinted in your brain.
Yeah.
That whole jingle. With the boat coming in, you're like, the stupid voice, baby. Yeah.
That's funny, man.
But to this day.
Well, I completely forgot about that until you just said that. My science teacher pointed it out at the time too. He was like,
what?
That it was that he was in it. Yeah. He's like, pay close attention. You might recognize one of these guys. my science teacher in 7th grade, David Grine in Brockton, one of the best teachers that's ever taught anybody. Okay, fucking hilarious.
Yeah.
Okay. Great teacher, like just a solid educator, dude.
You know what? I would
bullshit.
I would like to stay on this topic as far as how I don't think they got to know in some respect, but how amazing a teacher can change your year.
For sure.
You know what I mean? Like, they can quite literally, a teacher that is a good teacher and someone you can actually like be cool with, or someone that you actually like respect, or someone that just actually makes it like cool to go to class, or at least makes it less sucky.
Right.
How much you appreciate that as a kid, like whether it's whatever age you are, and the influence that they have. You know what I mean? Because so many teachers get bitter, or so many teachers are not fans of kids after a while naturally.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, if you do any job long enough, you're going to resent it at some level. So hats off to any teacher that can maintain having somebody be students, excited to.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. Now, did you ever have Murray or Brophy at Brockton High?
I did not. I was only there 2 years.
But they were, they taught, I
know who they are. Yeah.
They taught economics and stuff. They were fucking great, dude.
Right.
Or one was social science, one was economics. And pretty much everybody had them at some point.
I want to see if you agree with me here. I always feel like it's usually history teachers that are the coolest.
100%.
I would say that 100%. With basically 100% certainty.
Or also, Mr. Murray was an economics teacher and was one of the coolest motherfuckers I've ever met in my entire life.
I would go with history.
He signed one of my friend's high school, his senior yearbook, okay? Mm-hmm. We were 18 at the time, granted.
Right.
Okay? Not 21, okay? He signed my buddy's high school yearbook. He's like, hey, so-and-so, it's been a great 4 years. Call me sometime and maybe we can grab some road sodas. You know what I mean? Because that was like an inside joke. Because we.
And now in the age of social media, he would be fired.
100%.
So you know what? It's a good thing.
But it was an inside joke. He didn't really mean it.
Yeah.
It was because,
but that doesn't matter.
Because these kids on the golf team used to always make jokes about like, oh yeah, I put a couple road sodas in my bag.
Yeah.
Shit like that. And he thought it was hilarious.
Right.
And he again. Great teacher. Just a great teacher, man. People learned shit because
you know what it is? It's a teacher who doesn't take themselves too seriously.
Absolutely not.
Anybody that takes themselves too seriously, especially when you're a kid, you're like, well, you just get the you just lose. You just don't like people like that.
This dude was one of the first. He was the first teacher I ever had that I would, literally, when I'm, 15, 16 years old, I could not help myself. Just blurting shit out, funny shit in front of the class or whatever.
Yeah.
And he was the first teacher I ever had that he would throw his head back and laugh and be like, dude, you can't say shit like that. He's like, that's hilarious, but he's like, come on, can I have my class back now, please? You know,
I was
he
relatively.
was just great, dude.
I had one teacher at Brighton High that I really admired. It was this guy, Mr. Martin, history teacher.
Okay.
He actually tried to teach us stuff that we could like use in college, like you know, or that would help us in the future. And we were in a advanced, accelerated, gifted, you know, bunch of pretentious douches class. And that's the way a lot of those people were. A lot of those kids were, and I didn't associate with a ton of them. And I was really quiet in class. I had a couple, you know, a few friends that I was close with in there, but some of them I didn't like. I'll say it. I didn't like a lot of the kids in that class because I always thought they were above people. Right. This is the way they were. And one day, dude, he went off on everybody, and that was the first time I just started laughing. I was like, "This is great."
What do you mean?
Because I knew he wasn't talking about me.
Right.
Because he.
okay.
Because he goes.
Yeah, okay.
He goes
doing the millennial thing, but like 10 years ago, before we were even called millennials.
You know what? He probably saw that trend, and he just was like, you know what?
Yeah.
So someone said something. Goes, didn't you say this? And he, I always noticed that. Like people would always, even if you knew something was right, you didn't correct the teacher. You just let it go.
Right.
You know, that's not your place. You know, because you're not. You know, if you were raised right, you're not a dick.
Right.
And they would always do that. And then I'm like, man, these people. You know. So finally, someone said something that happened. He goes, you know what? He goes, I would much rather teach all the kids that are in a basic level and that have behavioral problems than any of you anytime ever. He goes, I'm never teaching an advanced class the rest of my career.
Right.
And he goes, and you know why? You all think you know more than me and you're not even close. And he just like let it go. And I was like, I was like eating it up. He goes,
where's that guy been all year?
He goes, none of you. He goes, honest to God, he goes, with the basic kids, he goes, yeah, he goes, maybe sometimes it's harder. He goes, but all you got to do is prove that you're crazier than them. And he threw a table out of the way. And when all you got to do is this, and he threw a table, he goes, you want to mess with me? And like did that, right? And everyone just like froze.
Wow.
He goes, that's the level that I can go to. He goes, but I don't do it with you guys because I don't have to. But the truth is, he goes, I'd rather do that than listen to you guys. And and I was like, oh, I wanted to stand and applaud, but it was just like, it was beautiful. And I was like, you know what? This guy is awesome. I need to hang out with him. It was just the way he did it. He goes, I'd rather do that than like listen to this and you guys tell me how I should do my job.
Right.
And I was like, oh my God, you're the best.
That's brilliant.
You're the best.
Shout out to Mr. Martin from Brighton.
Oh man, it was just great. I'll never forget it. I'll never forget it.
Wow.
It was just wonderful.
I gotta say, dude, I'm proud to have a high school diploma from Brockton High.
Really?
I'll tell you, dude. I'll tell you right now. I'm telling you.
Why?
It's one of the
because
better,
we have a 50% dropout rate.
One of the better educations you can get, and
that we are accredited, right?
Dude, 100%. That's
true.
That's not bullshit. That's true, dude. I took Latin from 7th grade to senior year. Okay.
Yeah.
That shit is still, dude. I thought so too until fucking I sat down to take the SATs and I was like,
I know what that word means.
This shit is paying dividends right now, motherfucker. You know,
I took Latin from 7th to 8th grade. And I was done
because they made you, and then I almost, dude, I was this fucking close to switching to Spanish. I was so close.
I switched to Spanish, man. I was like, yeah, there's no way.
I was like, you know what, dude, fuck it. I already got the basics of this down, so I'm gonna ride it out.
I never got the basics of it. I hated it
dude,
so much.
It ended up being my senior.
I didn't like my teacher. I didn't like my teacher. If I had a cool teacher,
the Latin teachers sucked.
It's the same thing with teachers and coaches. That's the other point I was trying to make. A coach too, like whether it's basketball, baseball, any sport you play, if you have a coach that can really like get the most out of it, it's so hard to find somebody, especially when you're younger, that is like can like work themselves, like they're so set in their ways, like so many people. But it's amazing the influence that they can have. Like, I mean, how many people or how many kids do you think that were athletes at some point and had a coach that basically ruined it for them? And they could have probably given up or anything like that along the way where they're just like, I don't want to go. I don't want to put it in the effort that I had before.
I probably would have still been playing baseball if it wasn't for shitty coaches.
That's what I'm saying. Like stuff like that happens where you're like, I would have stayed with it if I had a coach that I thought like, at least like thought he was putting in some effort, or if he maybe took it too seriously, which so many coaches do.
Coaches will break you though.
Are you from the city though?
I'm from Melrose.
Okay. Oh, yeah. So I mean, I feel like because Brockton is. It's very urban, but it's suburban enough. Oh yeah, that
it's technically a city, right. But to make no mistake about it, it is a small town in a lot of ways.
Yeah, right. Sure, exactly. You know, but Yeah, so that's, I feel like stuff like that, you know, the youth sports in the city like that kind of suffers a little bit because they're always scrambling to find coaches and shit.
Yeah.
They might, you know, like my little league, you know, our minor league system was only 4 teams.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
That's great.
It was only 4 guys.
That's awesome.
It was basically just round robin tournaments every weekend.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But it's still like we had solid coaches, man. Like it was
Dude, I coached. I coached when I was in high school. I coached youth basketball, and it's not the kids, it's the parents. The parents destroy so much. They ruin so much.
Right. Same thing with.
And and you know, it's like they try so hard to do some things. It's like I'm sure we were better off in eras where it was like, yeah, grab your bike and get the hell away from me.
Right.
And that might have been like bad parenting, but you know
Not
what?
really.
But you know what they say.
Yeah.
It's like you didn't pay whatever, but you're raising someone that's supposed to end up being an adult, and they're going to be on their own. They're going to have to do stuff.
And it's not like you do that all day every day. Get the fuck out of here. It's, you know, it's when you're like, all right, listen, I need an hour here to clean some shit up. Go the fuck outside.
Go outside, yeah.
That's fine, dude. You know, but it's like, you know, if I don't know, you need the
smothering.
You're right. You need the free time. Like, you know, like my nephew, I just thought about it. Like he'll be 4 in the spring. You know, he's 3 years old, and you know, like no one ever lets him go outside, like just in the backyard, even just unsupervised.
We're right there.
Just go right. Just go outside.
And that's, you know, that's one of those things where it's like, it's really a hard line to like try to figure out, I guess, especially if you're a parent. I mean, I'm not there yet, but when my kid gets older, man, you know, I know how hard it's going to be to like let stuff go.
But it's right, like we don't have a huge backyard; it's completely fenced in.
Yeah,
it's not a big deal. Like
you got to let them taste that freedom.
Right. My sister's backyard is different because it's totally open.
Yeah,
it's not fenced in. He lives on a main ass road.
Yeah,
But when he's at my house, it's like, you know what I mean? It's just much more neighborhoody.
Let him run around. Let's see what happens.
That's not even that. He would be fine.
Yeah.
He would be. I know exactly what he's going to do. He's gonna grab that little spade shovel and he's gonna dig like 4 random holes. You know what I mean? It's like, you know, that's his jam, dude. You know, but but at the same time, I don't know. At the same time, like I was pumped when my sister started sending him to preschool, though. You know, so he gets around like kids.
Yeah,
you know, and like that's good because he used to spend. I was like, you know, kind of his older brother, you know, and I'm too old, you know. It's not, you know, it's too much. So, but it's good. He hangs out with his buddies and stuff. But why do we get to talking about this?
I don't know. Coaches. See,
I would be a great coach, man. I would love to do that.
That's what I was gonna say
I would
too.
Have a great time.
What ends up happening also, and you have actually witnessed this, is parents turn it into a competition with themselves of who loves their kid more,
right?
By either being the most vocal on, like, when someone's on the court, like, come on, Jason, can you? Like, you know, it's like, are you serious?
Bringing the orange slices.
Like, you're childish. You're being childish.
Exactly.
Like, why are you making this a thing about you when it's about the kids? You are a jackass.
Right.
Like people do that far too often.
I could not agree more.
Oh, man.
I could not agree more.
That happens way too much.
That's what I was going to say was about the millennial thing that your Mr. Martin was talking about over a decade ago. Okay, this happened a decade ago when my sophomore year in college. I was 19. Okay, one of my professors, kind of the same thing, came in one day, and right off the top, dude. Okay, first thing he says to the class is he's like, "Listen, I've been getting a lot of phone calls from parents of people in this room." Okay, he's like, "This is a sophomore class. All right." He's like, if you graduated high school a little early and you ended up being a freshman in college at 17, you're now 18. Without doubt. This is spring semester of your sophomore year. You're all at least 18. You're all adults. Yeah. He's like, I don't want to get another phone call from another parent. You know, and that was...
Handle it.
Literally, I was 29. I was 19 at the time. I'm 29 now. That was a decade ago.
Yeah.
And that was before no one had the millennial word yet. No one called us that. That was not even a thing, dude, you know? And so that was... This has been going on forever. It's ridiculous. You know, I can't even...
I remember when I was like I was about to go to college, and my mother like said something that kind of resonated with me. She was like, listen, she was like, when you get to a certain age, she's like, there are people out there in this world that don't care at all what's going on in your life or what you're doing. They have what they need to do. They have deadlines and whatever, and you're just gonna have to deal with it. They don't care.
when you get
they just that's it. You got to handle it, and that's the way it goes. And I was like, okay, because she goes. I remember there was a time where I went to my teacher and I was like, I couldn't do this because I had this and something like that. They don't give a shit.
Right.
We have a date. You got to make it.
Right.
Done.
That's it. Because there is a problem where, like, when you're until you're a certain age, you kind of look at any adult as a pseudo parent,
right?
And you expect
they'll help me.
Right, I'm a kid, like they'll help me out. But then it's like, and this happened to me early because I've looked like a grown man for so fucking long. You know what I mean? Like, but by the time I was like 14, man, people were like, "What the? You don't need my fucking help." I'm like, "What?" I'm like,
"What do you mean you need a ride? Drive yourself."
Yeah, exactly. It's like, why don't you have a car yet, motherfucker? It was so, but that's a real thing though. And then
parents coming up to you and they're like, "Hey, James, so how have you invested your money? How's your 401k?"
Yeah, right. Like, oh man. No, I used to call them like when we were in high school. Like I would my parents, my friends' parents would call me directly. I just pretend to be my father. Like, hey, Mr.
Hello.
Hey, yeah. Oh, please call me Ed. Like all that type of shit. Oh man, but it's fucking great.
That's fantastic.
Yeah. So, what do you want to rip it out of here on that?
Yeah, I'm cool with that.
Okay, yeah. I feel like we've been going right up until the next show has to get in here every week, so I want to give him some time to. No, we're chilling. Chilling. Okay. What you have a few? How are you feeling?
I don't care, man. It's 5 minutes.
All right.
What do you want to do?
Let's keep talking then. I just didn't. Again, I don't want to be running straight until till their time starts. That's all.
Are those New Balances?
There's nobody in until 10, so it's cool.
Oh, really? They do it that late now?
Yeah.
Wow. All right. Cool. No, these aren't new. Actually, I just busted them back out recently.
Oh, isn't that good when you forget about a pair of shoes?
Well, you know what they were? They were just wicked. They were on sale one time. Because a lot of the times they have trouble.
Because they're ugly.
I like them, dude. Fuck you. No, a lot of the times like shoes like this that have a certain color on them. They can't get rid of that color, and so they end up on sale.
Yes,
these were $40, dude. So I saw them, and I'm a fan of New Balance anyway.
Yeah.
I wear them. I don't wear them stylishly. I wear them like as work shoes because they're wicked comfortable. And these, I was like, oh, they actually look pretty cool.
I had that happen to me recently where I forgot about a pair of shoes I had. They were buried in a closet.
Same dude.
And I took them out and I went, yeah.
Right.
I was like, I forgot I had these.
Dude, I got a ton of old Jordans and shit that I'm gonna start slowly selling off, dude.
Mine were a chocolate brown pair of Air Forces.
See, I got a
and they were spotless.
Right.
Like I could lick the bottom of them. I think I wore them maybe once.
Right.
And I was like, holy shit, I forgot about these.
Dude, I feel you. I got a ton of these. I bought them because they matched that royal blue. Matched my favorite hoodie at the time. Okay, it was an American Eagle hoodie. I loved it. And then, but all my Jordans and stuff now. I used to wear like really conservative shoes, get all white or all black. And dude,
you match everything.
All the Jordans I have, from back in my fucking, crazy, drug dealing / doing days. They're all literally, you see them, and I'm just like, dude, you're either a rapper or you sell cocaine. You know what I mean? And so it's like they're all. I have I have a pair of Jordans that I had because you had to wear them with a certain Celtics throwback jersey.
Yeah,
they were green and gray. You know what I mean?
Okay.
They were green, gray, and black.
I know exactly what you're saying.
You know what I'm talking about? So they were green, gray, and black, and then I had I have a pair that matches a Nuggets jersey. Yeah. And all every time I bought a pair.
I did the jersey sneaker thing.
Right.
And hat.
Right.
I did that.
There you go.
Yeah.
I was telling my ex about this, and she's like, "That is so ridiculous."
It is.
And that's what
totally ridiculous.
I was like, "That's embarrassing." That's why. Yeah. I don't know. It just crap.
You know what? It may be embarrassing, but I'm happier to go through that phase than what I think I said this before about dyeing your hair blonde because of Eminem or wearing Hawaiian. I know you did. or wearing Hawaiian shirts. That was a thing for a while. I'm like, that's the dumbest thing.
That was in high school.
Never doing that.
That was in high school. That was a thing.
That was I think that was 8th grade for me. Right. Just right before high school. I remember being
was it? Yeah.
And then it happened again. Okay. It happened 8th grade, and then it happened again, and I remember being like, this is so stupid. Right.
I feel like I remember a lot of, when I was a sophomore, a lot of the seniors were doing that shit.
Yeah, I just remember that. I don't know. I always remember being like, "This is not gonna. We're gonna take pictures and look back on it because this is when you have those moments with your parents. And you're like, dude, what were you thinking? What were you wearing? You had a fro, you had a big butterfly collar, and all this. My parents grew up in the '70s.
Okay,
you look ridiculous. Yeah. And then I remember thinking this will be a picture that I'll look back on and be like, what was I doing? Yeah. Why did I think that was a good look? That was dumb.
That's so funny.
Yeah, jean shorts, basketball football jerseys, like shit like that.
Jean shorts were fucking
huge.
They were a thing. And
they were the biggest thing.
Now if you wear them, you're an idiot. Right. You don't know what's going on.
Shorts, dude. Yeah. Really? Okay.
Nice. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's funny.
That, and I remember like different colors swishies, Adidas swishies. Yep. That was a thing. I had a lot. I had like red, blue. I had every color. Gray, green. I had every color.
Right.
Imaginable.
Right.
Swishies were the shit. The funniest part about the swishies, like the least like warm thing you could possibly wear.
True.
Like paper thin,
right?
And you'd be like, "Oh yeah, they're pants, so I can wear them during the winter." And you'd be like freezing your little nuts off like as a kid, and you'd be like, "Oh, like I don't know why we thought it was okay."
It wasn't. Yeah.
And then they had the snapaways. That was the thing when that started happening. The buttons. That was a big deal, dude.
Remember the full Monty?
And one snap pants. That was a. I remember that being it
was huge.
Yeah,
it was huge.
It was more than that. It was It was more than a trend. It was a way of life.
Right.
Yeah.
Literally, though. Yeah. That's funny, man.
Yeah.
Swishy pants.
Good times. Swishy pants are the best.
Dude, like I said, gym day, man. That's all I think of is gym class.
Remember, you'd have to bring like, I don't know if you ever did this. I remember doing this and later being like, what a jackass. Like now.
Okay.
You'd have, like at junior high was the first time that you had to wear regular school clothes and then have gym clothes to change into your gym clothes.
Right.
And then people were bringing their gym clothes in like Abercrombie and Fitch bag or a American Eagle bag,
really,
or a Nike bag, or like you had to bring it. You had to
like
bring
from
it
the store.
Yeah, you had to bring a plastic bag, but you had to bring it.
The American Eagle, like the paper bag.
Yep, you had to bring it in that bag,
right?
So it was cool because you were carrying it around all day.
Or how about the American Eagle bag was then your book cover.
Oh yes,
that was huge.
That was a big deal.
And you know, fucking, I know girls that would literally be like, "No, mom, it's not like placed right. Like,
I can't. Yeah.
Can you cut up another bag and do it again? You know? Like legit. You know, it was ridiculous.
That's horrible. Man.
That's so funny, man.
Yeah, I do remember that.
I love thinking about.
I remember thinking I was cool because I had an older sister. That was, she was 5 years older than me. All her friends were seniors in high school, and I'm like in junior high and stuff. Oh no, I was still in like 5th, 6th grade. But we had to have a book cover, and they like wrote on my book cover and like signed stuff and put it in. I was like, yeah, all my sister's friends, all the cool kids that are in high school, they all wrote on my book cover and da-da-da. I remember thinking that was like a big deal,
right?
You know, which was now it's just like, that was so stupid.
This was a big deal. Okay, my best friend in high school, his older sister was 1 year ahead of us. Okay. Ooh. And she was one of the hottest girls in her grade, easily. Yeah. She was your grade, right? She graduated your year. And her best friend...
Tell me later.
Yeah, of course, yeah. her best friend was arguably even hotter, okay? Like, I'm talking, they're two of the top 5 in their class.
Right.
You know? So, on the first day of school, my best friend and, his sister, they're in the same building because it's the legacy thing at Brockton High.
Yeah.
Right? So... he gets walked to homeroom by his older sister.
Oh,
like,
boy.
Sucker, right? So, but I was in the same building as her smoke show best friend.
Yeah.
Right? And this girl walked me to homeroom first day of freshman year of high school.
Okay.
And that also
cemented everything.
Paid dividends.
Oh, did it ever?
Dude.
Are you kidding me?
And like
she did you a solid.
Dude, we were cool. We were real cool. Like she like genuinely liked me. She was like, "Oh, this kid's funny." Like, you know,
man,
it's so and so's little sister's best.
It's amazing how that can happen at that age, too, man.
That was huge.
Oh God.
Yeah, I will never forget that.
Of course not.
Never forget
you kidding me? You're indebted to her for the rest of your life.
I will also never forget going to Water Whiz and her in that bikini. That was unreal. Unreal. Oh man, yeah. These two. When I say their names, you'll be like, "Yep, of course."
Oh yeah, absolutely. Yeah, probably will.
You know exactly who I'm talking about. I'm sure already.
Yeah.
All right, now what? Right. It's now past. It's 3,
now we're past.
Yeah, it's 3 past the hour. Not that it matters, but you know, we got bedtimes and shit. We're grown ass men.
Yeah.
So all right, this was dude. I forgot to mention this was episode 75. Again, third episode here. This is fucking going great. I'm glad to be back, Joseph, and we'll be back here next week. Same damn time, same damn place. Thank you all for listening. Peace out.
Later.
Sound Museum proudly presents WEMF Radio. Yeah.
I need to get some food.
Dig me, pretty mama, take me by the hand. You're gonna be my woman, I'm gonna be your man. I'm your man. Take me, pretty mama. Take my house and home. Take me, pretty mama. I don't wanna be alone. I don't wanna be alone. Dig me, pretty mama. Dig me a shallow grave. Make it nice and comfortable. That is where I wanna stay. That is where I'm gonna stay. Dig me, pretty mama. Take me by the hand. You're gonna be my woman. I'm gonna be your man. I'm gonna be your man. When you meet you a good woman, boy, she'll be the death of you. Settle down together. Isn't that what people do? Isn't that what people do? You're gonna get you a couple rocking chairs. Set 'em side by side. Make 'em nice and comfortable. That is where you're gonna die. That is where you're gonna die. So won't you take me, pretty mama? Take me by the hand. You're gonna be my woman. I'm gonna be your man. I'm gonna be your man. Pretty mama, take me by the hand. You're gonna be my woman. I'm gonna be your man. Take me, pretty mama. Take me by the hand. You're gonna be my woman. I'm gonna be your man. I'm gonna be your man. I'm gonna be your man.
www.uglyduckstudios.com.
If you ready, that's on you.